I know he's in the top five. Yeah, I think he starts fourth because it's Piastri, Russell, Leclerc, then Antonelli, and then Gasly fifth. We'll see, man. I think it's gonna be a good one. I feel like maybe Lando can make his way back through the field, and then it'll be Mercedes versus McLaren with Leclerc stuck in the middle.
Mm.
I don't think I love Lewis. I love him, but I don't think it doesn't seem to me like he's gonna be doing too much tomorrow. Unless he makes like a lot of moves in the opening lap, it's gonna be tough. P9.
Hmm. Okay, well, we're waiting for. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of LSR, the best place to be on a Saturday afternoon. And I am your host, Theodore Bone. I am joined by none other than Cam Rudy, my co-host here. Cam, coming off a victory in another league. Cam, how we feeling, buddy? Are you still shaking like a wet dog?
I am shaking like a shitting dog still, yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Good grid, Portimao, good racing. So yeah, it's going to be a good track tonight. Good race tonight.
It's a fantastic grid. It's almost as good as the Lightning Cup and Core Drive Racing's grid, but these guys are doing good. No, I'm kidding. We love these guys. Nah, shout out to all these guys. There's a lot of crossovers, by the way, in both these leagues. Having some fun, and this is a stacked freaking grid today, I will say, folks. Just looking at these names. Um, you obviously have the regulars here, Mango and B-Tom. 1 point separates them in that driver's standing chart for the championship right here. We are at Portugal this week, a track that Mango happens to have the #1 world record time trial time at. And then next week, we're at Baku, where Mango has the #2 time trial time. So B-Tom will have his hands full the next week or two, just keeping Mango within arm's reach. Cam, what are your thoughts on this one coming up?
Yeah, it's going to be a good race. Early predictions, obviously, you've got your normal ones of Ferrari Pro, you've got Tom, Mango, Robin, all to be at the sharp end, and Konami, of course, just missed him at the bottom. But we can't really push out the winner of the last race, really. I forget what his name is, which is bad of me. Bloke in the Red Bull. When his name comes up, Ibrahim. Can't really count him out. And
Okay, so I'm
yeah,
just
Daniel. Sorry,
a
go ahead.
couple, just a couple quick notable reserves here. BXT, who's currently P3 in the driver's standings, he's a reserve. Shout out to him. He loves this track. Making his LSR debut, folks. It is a privilege and a pleasure. SPR Chenzo, obviously connected to many of our leagues. It's great to see him out here in this field too, and looking forward to seeing what he can do. Sawa, of course, we know is a fantastic driver. Crazy Ratudo is quite good when he's not spilling tequila all over himself and trying to race. Just Jose's quick, and man, we got to give some love to my man, OVR Gallius, my good buddy. Our conversations are hilarious. He's normally just cussing me out, calling me baguette. In his LSR debut, he killed his fellow countryman, poor RSC Jerome. French on French crime. He threw a croissant at him, hit him with a baguette, then he burned him with creme brulee. I couldn't believe what I saw. But Gallius is now back from his 3-race suspension, and he's here to put a dent in this race. Shout out to Commissioner Ricky Stratting, Formula Jonah, everyone involved, Vacant Haddock, TTV Kaname in the grid today. Great to see. Super quick, this guy. And I do like to just put a little emphasis on Ferrari Pro, Mango when they're doing those hot laps. It's something else to watch. Cam, who's your prediction for today?
Oh, you put me on the spot here. I tell you what, he got done dirty last week. I'm going to go for Robin. I thought he had the good pace. He just got unlucky in some ridiculous incidents. But I think Robin is my take for this weekend. How about yourself?
Robin's your pick to win?
Yeah.
That is a
not?
bold pick. He's going big game hunting, folks, with that one. But I need to bring attention just to something here. It is, of course, the Masters, and I can't help but notice that Masters Pine Green on OVR Gallius's wheels. Is this man on the Inters? Is this what I'm seeing? He's number 91 after Dennis Rodman, I think. And I cannot believe what I'm seeing here, Gallius. Are you seeing this too?
I'm just getting it up now, because he is
What
on
happened?
Inters, yes.
Did he fall and hit his head?
He's probably just doing sometimes what I do. So you go out on Inters, set a banker lap.
Set a banker lap
And
on the
then
Inters.
when you're going on the softs, you're always seeing green in your top right corner, which is a good mental thing to see instead of reds. So that's probably what he's doing.
Fair enough. Well, look, man, we're just riding on here with the world famous Ferrari Pro in a Haas, but we're going to have to do something about that maybe next season. But let's have a look, though, as IRT Ferrari Pro goes through here. And again, I think the favorite here would be Mango Cam, just because Mango happens to be the fastest man in the world at this track. And surely he's going to qualify first, and then if he just gets that open air, it's going to be tough. The key for Mango, as usual, will be not to defeat himself, stay out of it. And in this race, he's not just fighting B-Tom. There are a lot of very formidable opponents in here. And one of them just finishing his lap right now, Ferrari Pro from the land down under. Taking the pole with a 1:16.1, not too bad. I was doing some practice laps earlier. I was around that range, so pretty good, I'd say. Cam can't hold it in.
Oh, God.
He's like, come on, T-Bone, we've all seen you race.
Get the man on Spain is a goal.
Yeah, exactly. You guys don't want to see me on Spain, man. And I told Stratting if they're doing Spain, I'm racing, and oddly enough, it's not on the schedule.
Ferrari Pro straight into pole early doors with a 16.1. Very good lap.
Fantastic. Shout out to TTV. And, there's your pick there, Robin.
Yeah, Robin I'm going with.
P4.
He's got the dog in him after last week, so I've got a feeling he might pull out a magical little lap.
Honestly, not even a bad lap on the Inters there from OVR Gallius.
I was going to say that. It's a really good lap.
Young Baguette, we call him. There he goes into the pits there. He'll come into the voice party and cuss me out. I'll invite him right now. I love I don't need, like, there's a huge language barrier, but he just yells at me in French. Then he'll, like, tell me never to invite him to my league again. I'll tell him it's not my league, and he'll be like, "Oh, F you, F you, F you, Baguette, F you. Don't invite me again." He's freaking rapid, though, I'm telling you. I don't know what OVR stands for.
Gallius.
Yeah. He's one of the fastest, I know. For sure.
Elbow just finished Sector 1.
Well done. Congrats to Elbow for winning the PRL Sprint Series Championship, closing it out last night. Fantastic driver. He's heading to Spain tomorrow to celebrate. And I'm just having a look here at a driver that I've never really seen in a league race. This is Babish, folks. For years, he told me he wouldn't race in my league because I allow assists. And this league does allow assists, Babish. And unfortunately, it is strict corner cutting, though, and you have been invalidated. Shout out to Babish.
You wanted to fit that one in, didn't you?
I had to work it in somehow. Shout out to Babish, so he'll learn my ways. But let's have a look, though, right now, riding along with Mango. We all like to tango with the Mango. Cam, let's walk through this lap here among...
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice hairpin end of sector 1, which shows as purple, but it will for everybody. But for Mango, I highly doubt it is a fake purple sector 1. Now into the uphill right braking point, very tricky corner. You can't lose the rear. Looks reasonably clean from what I've seen. Left-hander now down to the double right-hander downhill. Very nice corner. Have a good minimum speed.
I like what he did there.
Flat out. End of sector 2 looks purple again. Now he's just got to focus on this next right-hander. As he lags and looks like he's well dead, but he's fine. Now you're just focusing on spamming ERS right up to the line, and let's see what you can do.
Mango coming through like a bat out of hell. What does he have on the table? Can he eclipse Ferrari Pro? Mango says,
wow.
Yes, I can. A 1:15.6. What can you say? Again, 3 points goes to the person who claims pole in each race in this league. Of course, those points sponsored by Disneyland, Mickey Mouse. So yeah, that's my 2 cents, man. I'm sorry.
It's a bloody good lap, that is.
It is fantastic, and we'll see what Ferrari Pro can respond with. Daniel in P3. Here's Robin R. He's invalidated. Who else should we have a look at? Just Jose. Kind of low on that battery here, but he's on 4 lap softs. Done with him. Let's have a look at Jordan 2 Wavy here. Up and comer. The wavy one. Woke up to people driving like him. And
Jordan with a purple sector 1. That's
so Cam,
let's see what he can do.
As I said though, just a 1 point separates B-Tom and Mango, so huge ramifications in this race here. B-Tom,
It's a big one then.
He's up against it here. B-Tom, it might be a situation where he's just trying to minimize damage in the standings here. Mango,
But if there's a man to do it, it is B-Tom.
It is B-Tom, 100%, man. But just if Mango's in that open air, oh man, you just have to hope he pushes too hard and gets penalties. But Mango, of course, working on that poise, and he has extrapolated that to victories and success this season. Jordan 2 Wavy into P11.
11.
Some guy on the mediums.
Let's go on with B-Tom just starting his lap.
Beautiful.
Going into the tricky sector 1, can be a killer and can ruin your lap straight away onto the uphill left, and you just little wobble out of that corner.
Snappy Gilmore.
Would have lost him some time. Says it's purple sector, but I really doubt it with that mistake.
No, it just says it, yeah.
Yeah. Now into the left and the quick right onto the uphill right-hander. Let's see how he does. Looked like a little wiggle. I don't know how true that is. It was a rubbish camera angle. Double right-hander downhill. Lovely corner. Little wiggle again.
This car just did the doogie.
This lap, I think. He's gonna abort it, I think.
Yep. It's over.
That car looks a handful to drive.
Here's Gallius. See what young Baguette can do here. He's on the soft tires now. See what this guy's got. Mango, Ferrari Pro, Daniel are top 3 at the moment. Gallius, okay, never mind. He's got the full battery. Here's B-Tom going on another haul lap. Taking a mulligan, breakfast ball, if you will. Anyone who takes breakfast balls, I don't respect you or your score or your fake handicap.
Yeah, nor do I really.
If I go golfing with someone and they're like, yeah, we get 1 mulligan each per 9, I'm like, I'm not playing with you.
That's criminal, that is.
It's criminal,
that is
bro.
a fucking
and
disgrace.
you know what, fine, but don't come to me after and tell me what you shot, because it's the second you take a mulligan and don't counter, your score is invalid.
BTX is just disqualified.
Yeah, he's been starting from the back.
Oh, Rory's leading the Masters.
Yeah? What's the score? Give us a score rundown. Scoreboard.
Rory's 11 under. DeChambeau and Lowry 7 under. Jason Day, Justin Rose, and Victor Hovland are all on 6 under. So Rory's shot away.
Rory's been playing well, too. Didn't he win recently? He won a big event recently, I think.
He won.
He won the Players. What am I saying? He won the fucking Players, right?
Did he win the Players?
I'm pretty sure he won the fucking Players. Yeah. Double check
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. And yeah, Rory's been trending in the right direction. So is Bryson, though. Bryson's
been in really good form recently.
I love Bryson, man. I love his YouTube channel. Anyways, here we are, though, coming live from Amen Corner. I am T-Bone, joined by Cam Rudy. Sorry, I was just filling up a cup of water from Ray's Creek. I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
Oh, we can keep these coming all night, ladies and gents.
Oh yeah, dude. Meet me in Butler Cabin. I'll be with some babes.
Oh dear God.
Or what's it? The bunker? The bunker's named after every tree. The Eisenhower tree. Everything's named after something, man. It's so funny. The Eisenhower tree they had to take down because of the ice storm, though. Remember the tree that was just in the middle of the fairway? I'm like,
yeah, it was really sticking out, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had to, like 10 years ago they had to take it out. Here's B Tom and P5.
Is he? Oh no, he's just boxed. Who's on a lap?
How about Robin R, man? How about your pick in P2?
I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you. Let that man cook.
He's cooking with gas, partner. But Mango, though.
Konami's not far behind him.
But just, it's crazy, man. Mango, that gap. The field of these drivers.
I don't want to put the boy down because I'm sure he's a lovely, lovely lad, but if he can keep that kind of pace up in the race, he'll dominate tonight. But if it's just a quali thing and he's got a quali setup on instead of a race one, he's going to get mauled.
He's got the pace here if he sees clean air, but it's just going to be like avoiding stupid shit like 3-second penalty, drive-through penalty. Like,
yeah. You know,
driving backwards, trolling, texting and driving. All this random shit happens to him.
Texting and driving.
Let's go, Mango. And let's go, B-Tom. I can't show any favoritism, so I hope Ferrari Pro wins. I do want to see Ferrari Pro win, man, to be honest. You know what, man? My pick is Ferrari Pro. My pick's Ferrari Pro. I'm going to go with good old FP. Shout out to Mick Jammy, by the way, winning the Lightning Dome last night. The guy's quite good as well. Quite good. Be nice to have him in here. Mick Jammy, if you're watching, we got a nice shiny seat for you. 100%.
Most people are just chilling now. I think we'll see a lot of the big top hitters retire early and just save a set of softs for Q2 and Q3, I think.
Maybe it's just me, bro. I just can't get into Daniel. Just the name Daniel. Like, I need, just give us like some kind of username. No? He's good, though. He's good. Make it like, whatever. Give us some character, How about Chenzo? Chenzo's my man here.
He makes it through.
Oh, there's only, it's short quality, isn't it?
Is it short quality?
It better be. I'll throw a fit. I mean, this would be good, like, whatever. It's short quality normally in these races, unless he's pulling a quick one on me. Don't be one of those admins that does, like, 2 short qualities for, like, a sprint race, folks. Oh, God. Sorry if you're one of those guys, Cam. I feel like you don't do that, though.
Nah, you know how I run it.
I do,
One quali sprint, back out and redo.
Thank you, yeah. I remember another league, I don't want to mention it, but Rush Hour Racing. They did two short qualies, bro. You don't need a short quali for a sprint and another short quali. Like, what are you doing, bro? God.
I won't go to mention the league, Rush Hour Racing.
Give me back 20 minutes of my life. Watching Chris struggle to keep it between the lines for 20 minutes. Anyways, I love you anyways, Chrissy. All right, here's Jamie. Cam Rudy unplugs his mic probably.
No, I'm still alive. I'm breathing just about.
Here's Ferrari Pro, man. Let's watch him here. This guy is the real deal, man. He practices for these races. He prepares. And he wants to achieve results. He is a defending PRL Tier 1 champion. And there are many talented drivers in that league. This guy just knows how to win and get it done. And it seems like most races he's in, his floor is a podium. Like a P3. So he is just always up there in the mix. And again, in the Lightning Cup, there was issues with the connection, which definitely hindered his results. But man, when this guy is able to perform without being hindered, he is something else. Definitely one of my favorites. I am the Ferrari Pro Glazer. Huki retired. Mango, Robin, Kaname, B-Tom, Ferrari Pro. But here's Ferrari Pro finishing her up. Okay, staying in P5. So very competitive grid, man. What's going on with Baguette here down in P19? He's just chilling. Okay, he's got a purple sector too, though, folks. Breaking news here. OVR Gallius. What are those hats called the French people wear? Berets or something?
Yeah, berets.
Yeah, Gallius driving with a beret and a scarf around his neck. Going into P2! Oh my god!
Wow.
OVR Gallius. It's his world. We're just living in it. Mr. Baguette himself. The creme de la creme brulee of this league. TTV Kaname. Don't watch me, watch TTV.
P5.
P2, Ferrari Pro P6. Damn.
Invalidated.
Oh.
Elbow stays P10.
Oh, this is going to be a doozy.
Chenzo and Jordan do.
Come on, Chenzo.
P15. Jordan P14.
This is...
Wow.
This is quite the grid, folks. This is definitely on par with some of the other good leagues around. I am excited for this race. We don't know what the weather will be. Looks like...
Right, while there's a 2-minute break, I'm going to run down and get a glass of water, tea.
Do your thing, man. That's what you call it these days, water?
Yeah, I'm going for a Corona, let's be honest.
A Corona. Let's go. Shout out to Crazy Rotudo having a Dos Equis somewhere on the beach in Cancun, trying to race, trying to get a signal here. I love Crazy Rotudo, man. Fantastic guy. Shout out to Luis. I poached Luis from Rush Hour Racing. Yeah, poached him. Caught him with a net, threw him in a car. Drove him straight to LSR. Lured him in. That Don Julio. Everyone, take your time here, please. Don't be a ready-up bandit. You will be penalized harshly if you're caught readying up. You'll be removed from the chat. I'll inform Ickle Pickle. T-Bone joined by Cam Rudy here. LSR. 1 point separates B-Tom and Mango. Mango holds the world record time trial time at this circuit, folks. He's starting pole, and we're starting right now. Jesus. So we're off, folks. And Mango hanging on to that lead. Let's quickly get up the tires. Mango on the soft, so he's definitely going to look to break away and utilize that open air. He doesn't want to risk having to race anybody here. He wants to fly away. And all these other guys basically on the mediums. B-Tom electing for the softs as well, knowing he's got to be aggressive and get as close to Mango as possible. Huki retiring early on. Grand opening, grand closing for him. Let's have a look at B-Tom, though, as he is going to try to clear these other cars. And again, Robin R. Mango's teammate, so he may play a little bit of a team game here, as Mango already over a second ahead of P2, doing what he wanted to. Mango in open air at this circuit is deadly, folks, and he is going to capitalize on those tires. Cam, Rudy, having his Coronitas.
And B-Tom goes around the outside of Robin R. Great move. And as Ferrari Pro takes the opportunity to get him on the inside as well. Very, very opportunistic move from Ferrari Pro. Robin just falling down a bit. Come on, my goat. Get the win!
So Robin now down to P6. B-Tom there into P4. OVR Gallius looking good here in the early going. Shout out to everyone watching here. I am LSR T-Bone, the side piece admin to this league, joined by Cam Rudy of Core Drive Racing. And we got a doozy. Lap 2 of 33 here. Mango broken away from that field. Migrating host. Vacant paddock leaving the session. We'll see if that has any effect here. And Sawa in a tight battle, though. Let's look at this here. Fighting for P8. And there's contact. Sawa there, maybe getting turned in on a little bit. He'll drop to P12. BXT making moves, already up to P11, folks. The U-Haul mover of the game, up 9 spots.
Jordan as well, up 4 positions, same as Chenzo. And Ibrahim as well, 4 moves each. Great start from them boys.
I am the host now. I am the captain now. So Vacant Haddock requesting to join. I told him I said, what's the magic word? I was waiting for him to say, please.
I don't know whether Robin's got damage or not, but he's fallen down the grid quite a bit, and there's a big gap between Daniel and Ferrari Pro now.
Get a closer look at that. There's Gallius into P2. Let's have a look at Robin's car. Robin, no damage there. Just maybe a little frazzled.
Maybe just struggling a bit. But Mango is just absolutely running away. He's running about a second a lap here.
Folks, you go to time trial. He is atop that leaderboard in the whole world, man. So with him in open air, you know, as I said, it may just be about minimizing the damage for B-Tom here, Cam.
He's absolutely flying, and he is on the softs in fairness, so he will get an even bigger gap on the rest of the field who are on mediums when it does come to the pit stops, just due to the fresh tyres.
He is pushing.
But B-Tom has matched him. B-Tom has matched him on strategy.
Yep, I like that move from B-Tom, and it may be one of those things here where B-Tom, the best he knows he can do is only losing 10 points to Mango, 3 in quali, and B-Tom can get second here. That could be a best case scenario.
I think B-Tom's going to go for the move here on Konami. He's very, very close following into the DRS section. Is he going to get him? Konami goes defensive and he gets boxed in. Smart defending from Konami as he Gallius goes wide a bit. Good defending from Konami.
Look at this pack of 4 here, man. Gallius, Konami, B-Tom, and Ferrari Pro. Not too shabby.
Most leagues struggle to have 2. This league has many.
Hey, Cam, I just hear a little feedback. I can hear my voice a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Thanks, bro.
There we go. That's hopefully going to do it.
Yeah, we good. Bacon rejoining here. Chenzo in P12 making his LSR debut. Wishing him the best always. One of my favorites. Here's Jordan and Rotudo.
Jordan.
2 electric drivers here.
Crazy goes on the inside. Crazy,
Now
great
McLaren.
driver. I've had the joy of racing with him many a
Oh
time.
no,
Jordan's
Jordan!
rolled.
Jordan around. Oh, unfortunate
That
there.
does help a lot, and this could be absolute carnage into turn one. This
Look at this
5
though.
cars.
Yeah, Chenzo, BXT, Sour. It's the Mushroom Cup, folks. Here it is. Going into turn one. Will they all survive?
No one got track limits by the look of it.
This is nuts, man. What a
This
race.
is carnage, and I'm here all for it. It's great racing. Will BXT take the dive?
Woohoo! Ratudo! Jamie.
Some great racing.
Jamie's got a gun. Let's have a look further
It
up.
will
Mango.
get to the point very soon as to where the tyres do cross over. I'm going to say about lap 8 or 9, Mango and Beaton might start to struggle a bit.
I don't know. Is it medium soft the strategy here, Cam?
I think it's one of the few, along with Silverstone and Spa, where you can get away with it. I'm pretty sure it is medium soft, or soft medium, whichever one you fancy.
Fair enough. Unfortunate there for Vacant Haddock. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to invite him in here for a quick interview. I think his ghost hit something. I guess he wasn't ghosted. See if he's got anything
That
to
pack
say.
again. BXT, Sauer gets through on Chenzo. Crazy's just lurking in the rear.
Vacant Haddock, welcome to the comms booth. The game retired you. So some sort of connection issues, unfortunately, for Vacant, who is a host. But now I am the host, and I have good connection. They call me 4-Bar Bone. So it'll be good.
Hey, Spence. Hope you won't mind a fourth or a third commentator.
Dude, I just invited you in
mate.
here to, just to let you know the game retired you. Sorry you had the connection issues, and by all means, bro, if you want to partake.
Just unlucky. I really like Portugal too.
Yeah, well, are you still in the lobby? Are you able to like watch the race?
No.
Do you need to invite?
No. If I could get.
Do you want to request it just so I don't have to like press pause?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Cool, bro. Well, at least now you get to hang with us, watch the race. It's been a great race.
Yeah, I mean, definitely was, good to get through turn one clean, but yeah, just got unlucky.
Okay.
Had the 2 spins at turn 4.
Quickly, Bacon, your voice is shared, yeah? Obviously.
It should be.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I just like to confirm. Sometimes the odd guy will not have it shared. But yeah, folks, this is Vacant Haddock, a driver here in G1. He's also a commentator for G2, I believe. Very good driver and commentator, so pleasure to have him here with us, man, and maybe he can, do his thing, man. For sure. Cam is Vacant Haddock. If you guys don't know each other, it's Cam Rudy.
Yeah, he's commentated on my one win in LSR
Many
moons ago.
So Robin R picking up a 3-second there. Unfortunate for him, man. But yeah, Vacant, you want to just kind of do your thing, man?
Yeah, I think I just kind of picked up the back. I'll definitely kind of butt out a little bit as well. Let you guys get some kind of words.
Oh, buddy, this is my second league race in a row. I need relief. I need the closer out of the bullpen.
Mango pretty comfortably ahead here. Yellow flag in sector 2. That is for a spun Alpina. Some guy is going to drop down the field again. I think he did pick up a little bit of damage there, so it might have been due to contact. And also, and it's Illyrian and Bodish coming together, and that'll bring out a VSC. Illyrian's front wing is completely gone off of that Mercedes. So yeah, not a great day for Mercedes so far. Jamie going to take advantage here, going for an early stop to the hard. So he could be somebody to keep an eye on throughout the rest of this race. But I think unsurprisingly, Mango really dominating here in the early stages. Obviously had the tire advantage off the grid with that set of subs. But I think when you're racing a guy who is second in the world in time trial as of this moment, he's going to be very, very difficult to beat. Gallius also doing a bit of a good job there, holding up Beaton, who similarly has that tire advantage.
Sorry to cut you off, but one of you guys' mics is like making a clicking or something. It's kind of. Yeah.
Hopefully that is.
I don't know
not
who it was. Yeah,
me.
just because. But yeah, VSC here. It stopped. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know, just so it wasn't on the stream.
Yep, should be getting back to green. Second.
All good. Oh yeah, now I hear the feedback.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that was me.
No,
that was
we're
me
good,
real
we're
quick.
good.
I was just making sure that I was sharing. But yeah, still under virtual safety car here on lap number 8. And yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one. I guess don't know how much you taught strategy so far. As we do go back to green flag racing, everybody doing a good job staying under the delta, making sure they don't pick up that drive-through penalty, which at this stage, yeah, very crucial if you do make that mistake. But soft to medium, or medium to soft, definitely on the table here. It'll definitely be interesting to see how strategies pan out across the board. I think for those drivers starting on soft, I think the soft to medium one stop probably going to be the way to go. But it's going to be really interesting how everybody gets the medium to work as B-Tom looking to close on galleys there and get a little bit of a lockup for maybe both him and Kaname potentially there, but a good bit of white smoke coming off those cars. Obviously, there's that big battle. There's that four-way fight for P2 currently. Meanwhile, Daniel down there in P6, I know him as the man with the backwards name in our Discord server, which I'm not going to attempt to pronounce because I would do so terribly. Of course, Robin's trying to chase him down. You got Grimray on there. You got Soa. BXT Burnett also already with a bit of a great race. Of course, starting from the back of the grid. He's going to put a move down the inside of Soa. Yellow flag in the background there, I believe, is for Babish. Soa continuing to hold off there. He'll hang on to P9. But it does look like it'll be a battle down into turn 1. The McLaren all
Mango has left the session. Can someone invite him? Someone invite him.
On it.
Yes, I got him.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Oh, man. Brutal there.
Yeah.
For Mango, man. And again, as we alluded to, Mango, the fastest guy in the world at this track. So he's look at the time he's losing now in AI. Just got to get him back in here.
But, yeah,
B-Tom now. Look at B-Tom. It's Elbow. We call him Elbow.
Not quite. Gotcha. Yeah, not quite able to get it there. Here comes Kaname looking back up the inside. Not going to get it done. And there's Babish out of the race. There is our 4th retirement here on lap number 10. Those all manual, so as to not bring out a proper safety car. Let's get with Mango continuing to come down. I'm going to go ahead and fight him again. I'm going to take over for a second.
You know, in my leagues, we do we put the AI on like 75 just in case this happens to a guy. And if you get stuck behind an AI in the safety car restart. But look at this.
Yeah, it is. It is on 75.
It is. Oh, sorry, I forgot how fast those guys are.
Yeah, it's the overwhelming pace of these guys.
Sorry, I forgot. Gallius and B-Tom aren't in my league, yeah. It takes me a little longer to catch a 75 AI.
Yep. So that does make this battle for P2 now the battle for the lead. I'm not currently seeing Mango.
You guys invite Mango?
Line.
I've invited him.
He wasn't invited. He just showed back up as online. Yeah, so he may have had to reboot. But again, I think even despite losing a whole chunk of time here, I think he still is going to be in a spot where he can still go and win this race. Obviously, still on the back of this train.
Question, Cam. When do you think B-Tom will make the pit stop off the softs?
I think it's going to be lap 13.
13.
Lap 14,
what about you, Bacon?
Around then.
Not entirely sure, but I just want to take a moment to take a look at this battle for P6. As you got about 2x2 briefly there. That's turn number 8 briefly. And they're beating and banging everywhere. Of course, both two McLarens up in the 9th and 10th. Daniel's actually fallen a good bit down the order because I guess he got passed by Robin. Then everybody else just kind of filtered through. So I think definitely some battle to keep an eye on there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who the host is. So
I'm the host. I'm the host. I'm the host.
Are you the host?
That's probably why Mango got lagged out, bro.
I think
it went to me, bro, because when you requested to join, I'm the one who got the notification. That's how I know I'm the host. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
know it
it's
is on
me.
invite only, so I'm not sure if that's
Here,
entirely
I'll invite him
correct,
just to be
but
sure.
it
Okay.
might be. Yeah, I definitely shoot him another invite.
Is
Meanwhile,
he
Gallia is
online?
still doing a really good job at holding B-Tom behind here at the front. Of course, Kaname and Ferrari Pro, both in there as well. There's the Hassoa looking down the inside of Grimray. He'll get that move done. Grimray, though, looking for a cutback. A little bit of a wiggle, though. So we're going to get the better exit. Look to be briefly a little bit of contact there as they run down into, again, what I'm going to say is turn number 8. That might be very wrong. Get the column up and over the hill, and Soa able to get that move done and can now go chasing after Robin, who, of course, is going to be lone torchbearer for Williams as it currently stands. BXT also looking to get past Grimray now. So will it be 2 positions in as many sectors? Grimray with the inside here, but that'll become the inside for BXT. Looking to get it done. They're going to bang wheels. And of course, that's going to allow the likes of Soa and Robin to make a little bit of a breakaway here. Of course, Mango still has not returned.
Yeah, this is brutal, man. I sent him an invite too. Thanks.
Yeah,
It's
keep an eye
devastating,
on
man.
the Discord channel to see if he can make it back. But yeah, continues to kind of drop down the order. I do think that soft pit window is around lap 13, lap 14 on heavy fuel. You can maybe stretch it a little bit longer.
No,
Maybe
Vacant.
stretch those softs about 14,
Vacant,
15
you're
laps. Yeah, what's up?
Vacant, you're still new to a lot of these guys on this grid too. So I know Ferrari Pro, Gallius, Kaname. You're still new to the likes of these guys too. So what are your thoughts on them?
I mean, yeah, decently. Obviously Chenzo is brand new as he makes his way past Mango, who's finally rejoined. Hopefully he can take control and doesn't have the same issue that I did. He's now at risk of falling outside of the top 10. But a lot of these guys, really quick, OVR Gallius, of course, one of the new drivers this season, doing a great job in that lead, and I think those mediums really starting to come alive in comparison to the softs now. Ferrari Pro obviously has jumped right up to the front of that grid. And I think anytime you can take a fight to the likes of B-Tom, who of course is a multi-time champion here, that's always going to be a real sign. There's a whole bunch of guys because we've gotten a really good mix of guys who have been here for years now. As who was that? That's Soa looking to make a move for P5 with DRS advantage. He'll pull ahead of Robin fairly easily there. Mango is pulling into the pits. We'll see if this is him.
Is he
control.
I think he's in the car now. It looks solid.
This would be this would be a scheduled stop here to the medium. So he'll get back underway. Again, lots to see based on that gap to Jordan to see what exactly happens. He'll also BXT and Grimray getting connected, getting a little bit of EA collision physics there. Down at the hairpin at turn number 5. So they both lost a good chunk of time.
No, retired Mango.
Mango did have the same issue that I did, which is sadly one of those bugs,
my God.
where you just cannot get out of AI. So that's Mango out of this race.
That is heartbreaking, man. Feel for the guy, man. Fighting for the title there to have that happen. Fuck. Out of everyone's control. B-Tom in the pits.
As B-Tom, yes, is in the pits. Does get it slowed down pretty well. We'll have to see if Soa does the same here. Soa actually decided to stay out. He thinks he's showing a lot of pace in comparison to Robin on that set of mediums. So we'll see how long Soa wants to stretch it here. Of course, DRS going to pull Robin that little bit closer. That goes up to about 8/10. So Soa is really on the hunt here. Also, Chenzo in his LSR debut having a nice race as Robin with a bit of a slide there. Going to get ghosted, actually. So the Alpine and the Williams inside of each other as they run down to the turn 5 hairpin. And watch see who has the advantage there. The Alpine with the inside. Robin going to get pushed a little bit wide there. But Chenzo able to get it done. He's up into P5 now. So that's another driver who's had a really good race here in the early stages.
So Chenzo's actually a multiple-time champion in my league, the Mushroom Cup. So he's very good too.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
There's Grimray as well out of the lobby. He's still showing up as in the pits for some reason.
There's Grimray. I keep looking for Grimray.
That's a very his AI is stuck down at
Oh,
turn 3
Abraham.
and it's kind of bugged out there.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
So that's Grim Ray. Okay, got
As
it.
here comes the leader, Gallius into the pit. IRT Ferrari gonna follow him in. So two of the top.
Just as a heads up,
Go ahead
B-Tom's
and
going to be a
dive into
tenth and a
this.
half. B-Tom's going to be a tenth and a half just behind the leader here as it stands with the undercut.
Yeah, so let's see if that can continue. Of course, we'll be able to carry a little bit more pace there. Down through turn 1. Let's see how much see whether that undercut or that overcut is more powerful. Of course, Gallius was battling there, and he'll come out pretty comfortably ahead. Of course, he is slapping on a set of hards. So that's going to take a second to get up to temperature. Here comes B-Tom, closing very quickly there in turn number 3. Of course, with those tires being up to temperature, he's going to have a really good shot. Is that softs on Ferrari Pro? That is a set of softs on IRT Ferrari Pro.
I like it, man. Low fuel. I think you can do that.
It's a brave call for that long.
That long is kind of brave. For like 15.
It is a brave call, but especially for what's effectively going to be longer than he spent on those mediums. But I think that in terms of tire wear, they can certainly last that long. As I believe
it can.
1C2, C3 set, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is the hardest set of tires, because that is coded in Q, if I'm not mistaken. That does leave Kaname as the net leader, who has continued to stay
Gallius,
out.
big slide!
That's going to allow B-Tom right onto the back. Yes, seeing that, really struggling maybe to get the tires up to temperature. B-Tom going to have DRS here down the inside. He'll be comfortably clear. Let's see if Ferrari Pro can get done as well. Doesn't seem like he's attacking too hard, though. He'll stay, I believe that's net third as it stands.
Folks, lap 17 of 33 here. I am T-Bone, joined by Vacant Haddock and Cam Rudy. G1.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting one so far. BXD, of course, up into 4th, though still yet to pit. Of course, he started back of the grid. And B-Tom, of course, just quickly taking the lead here. Ferrari Pro not able to get by down into turn number 5. We'll see if he tries to sneak a move up the inside to turn number 8. Going to be kind of just how much more grip that Haas has on that set of softs. Of course, again, it's just going to be the question of how will they last. Looking down the inside here, turn number 10 going to try to get him moved on. Going to be side by side. Going to be a better exit, though, for Gallius. Let's see, is Ferrari Pro going to hang around the outside? No, Gallius able to kind of block him off. But this is working all to B-Tom's advantage as he's now brought that gap up over a second. Ferrari Pro getting the switchback there, finding the inside as we pull out onto the pit straight. That will, though, give Gallius, I should say, DRS advantage, as there is the rear wing up on the Aston Martin. You can see the Ferrari potentially just up ahead. Gallius going the inside, big contact there.
Contact,
Gallius and Ferrari Pro.
Oh my God!
Was very odd. I think Gallius thought he was clear. He was not.
He smacked him with a baguette. No.
Big time.
Gallius.
And that's certainly going to have to go towards review.
Oh,
and that's
man.
Bring a safety point, which is going to be massive for those top 6, as they're going to get that fresh set of tires.
He killed Ferrari Pro. Oh, my God.
That was a very odd incident. They seem to be racing out pretty cleanly up to that point.
I didn't catch exactly what happened. I just saw the aftermath.
Gallius, I think, was initially looked outside, went back to the inside, was about to get that move done, and I think just thought he was clear too soon, completely chopped across Ferrari Pro, then he just went into the wall.
Stabbed him with the Eiffel Tower. Can't believe it. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Gallius.
definitely odd there.
Let me get Gallius in here for a quick interview.
Yeah, was it Ferrari Pro is rather upset as well.
I'm not going to invite Ferrari. I could invite Ferrari Pro in here, but I don't know if he'll want to talk. I don't think it might be disrespectful to invite him in.
Okay. Yeah, I think saving that one for a student.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a very but yeah.
Shout out to Ferrari Pro, man.
This race.
You're the man. I hate to see that happen, man. Gallius retiring from the session there.
Yeah, and
I think
Gallius
just,
going to retire as well.
I think just kind of like DQing himself sort of deal. So I think
again, I'm
that,
not sure if
to me, that's an admission of
that
guilt.
may have
Yeah.
that may have
Yeah.
and not necessarily that was an intentional incident. I think it may have
Of course
been as
not.
just
Of
Jose
course
picks up
not.
10 seconds.
It wasn't intentional at
Uh,
all because he feels bad. He retired,
as
you
yet,
know. It wasn't intentional.
from the look of things, especially because it was you're just about to go down the crest there. You've really across to that left hand side, really open up that corner, steer through it through turn one. Yeah, just not able to get it done. And yeah, of course, Broomway is still
This Red Bull's
in
been
a very
sitting
odd
here.
spot.
This Ibrahim guy's been sitting here for like 20 minutes in the same spot, eh? Look
Yeah,
at him.
it's very
Look at his
odd.
car.
Yeah,
Who's driving? Our
disconnected
Stratting
as
is Stratting
well.
in this race? Is that his burner? Is that Strachosaur?
No, he has disconnected.
I thought Strachosaur was
So that
banned from
is
G1. What's he doing in this in the
something.
Red Bull? I recognize that driving style. Don't worry, it's okay.
What's
It's
stationary?
okay,
Yeah,
Vacant.
hopefully
Strachosaur is my friend.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. No, not. Hopefully it doesn't impact too our drivers, but I think there is nothing that we can do
There's
about
some
it at
glitch
this
going on.
stage.
It's my fault, dude. I'm at Starbucks and I'm the host.
Yeah. I think some of it as well. We might also see a little bit of an extended safety car here as well, since I don't know how, because I could try to get.
How about Crazy Ratudo, man? Look where he's at, dude. This guy's in a brilliant place right here.
Did he? Oh yeah. But,
Look at him,
I mean,
dude.
both Salvers benefiting massively from that safety car. As they both opted to stay out. Robin's in a great spot now.
How about BXT? He started
to dive into
P20.
the pits.
BXT started P20. He's in a net P3 right now. And he's P3 in the standings, by the way. As a reserve. He's raced every race. Good stuff. Jordan. B-Tom electing for the medium tire there, but B-Tom knows Mango out of the race. So everything he's getting right now is just gravy. Very unfortunate for Ferrari Pro. Even Gallius, because Gallius was having a great race, man. And to see both of them go out that way. Both good buddies of mine. Ferrari Pro's a lot nicer than Gallius to me, but Gallius is a good guy. He doesn't mean that.
Yeah, if you want to take over for a second, I am going to try to find Ibrahim real quick. I'm going back in, so hopefully...
Dude, he's like 19 laps behind. He's been sitting there for an hour, dude.
So at least to hopefully have that car retire so it gets off.
It says 5.9 seconds, but that is cap. It's Colin Kaepernick. Safety car going in this lap. Hold on, man. Abraham, we need to make a YouTube short of this. Someone clip this. Someone play the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme over this.
Yeah, safety car is in. So it'll be 13 laps to go this time across the line.
Okay. Enough of this. Just kidding.
Yeah,
a little more Abraham.
And the Saubers, of course, under control of the pack here. And we are now, I believe, ready to go racing. And TT Kaname is okay. Pulled it a little bit late. And seemed to be a big jump there for BXT Bernat as it's 3 wide for P3 here on the restart. 3 into turn 1 going to be very difficult. Who's going to come out in front? It's going to be Robin. BXT Bernat, of course, just having to really back out of that on the ultimate tight line. He's going to drop potentially all the way to 7th if Jordan can find a way through. And everybody else, of course, scrambling in
Someone
there behind.
get DRS off Abraham? I don't know.
No, I don't. It's not possible because he's not going to go. He's just kind of behind at the detection point there. McLaren wide there in the background. That's Burnout again. Out very close to, getting very close outside of the marbles. Beats all the way down into 8. Of course, having, I think, decided to box there. And again, not really sure as to what happened, but again, B-Tom with some definite work to do. But yeah, Kaname looking to pull away, looking to take a teammate with him. As Robin under threat, Jordan, of course, picks up a 3-second time penalty due to track play.
Those hards are really keeping. Those hards have lasted a while, too. Name and
for all
Ritudo,
intents and
though.
purposes,
I'm so happy for Ritudo, man.
yeah, 12 drivers remain. People might know him better as Lewis G. Again, in a really good spot there. DRS activated. And he's
No
in a
one
really
knows
good
him
spot
as
as well
Lewis.
because all 4 drivers behind, at least in Discord, that's his name, but all 4 drivers behind him with time penalties.
Look at this.
And the Salvers with a very good opportunity here to try and make a... As I think they're going to break DRS here.
Yo,
Yeah,
if 2
Robin
more
doesn't have
drivers
DRS.
retire, does Abraham get points?
I know, because he would ultimately complete fewer laps. Illyrian, though, making him looking to make a move around the outside of Jamie there. Looking to get it done under power. Going to sweep around the outside there at turn 7 and get that done. But the Salvers in a really spot here for a 1-2 finish, as their arms starting to make that breakaway. So the team that's in 7th place right now in the Constructors, with a chance to have an excellent showing, as they have not scored more than 8 points in one race weekend yet.
I love what BXT's done in this race. And,
BXT.
I'm so happy for Ritudo, though, right now, man. He has just done such a good job here.
Yeah,
Safety car definitely helped him.
BXT up 14 spots so far in this race. Of course, a bunch of these drivers definitely benefit from the safety car. Just Jose, the kind of number of retirements. Just Jose was up 10 spots. B-Tom, though, going to find a way down the inside into turn 1. Tom will take 7th place. Jordan as well, who, as I was about to get to, was up 9, but he's gone round at turn number 3.
Smart racing there from Chenzo, man. When you see a car ghosted in front of you, you just like hop in that ghost spot too, just because it's easier to pass him that way. Yeah, so, and that's what he's done. Look at this.
The Racing Bulls there is going to drop potentially, depending on what's going to happen here. Of course, they're going to continue to battle here.
That's smart.
Remote BXT up into 5th. He's on so as
stay on top of him. He can't unghost. Look at this.
But yeah, definitely looking to take advantage here. But yeah, up at the front, the Salvers absolutely running away with it.
B-Tom now in P6, looking to get more on Mango, who was retired by the game after a dominant start. Definitely a dark cloud over this. We all love Mango.
Yeah. Both drivers, of course, currently tied on points.
Oh, it's tied? I've been saying 1 point the whole time. Sorry.
No, they are tied as it currently stands because.
But Mango's up 3 actually right now because Mango got the qualifying points.
That is a fair point.
And now, yeah.
So yeah, keep that in mind. Is so going to drop 2 spots as BXT, or I think just 1 spot there is BXT looking to find a way through. He'll have the outside now into the hairpin. Not to look to find a move. He'll get past Solo, looking to make it 2 moves in 2 corners. Not able to find a way past Robin though. Also, the Aston Martin of Jose looking to find a way past Jordan. He'll have the inside. Jordan, though, better exit there, able to power on strong, keep him behind. BXT, though, of course, up into the podium places. Net, as it'll be 9 to go next time we come across the line. Again, Salvers just doing a great job of teamwork here. I think Kaname could have even more pace theoretically. He just wants to keep Creatudo in that DRS range. Make sure his teammate stays with him. That gap behind up to 3 seconds, and even if you think behind to BXT Burnett,
B-Tom.
that gap's still about 3.5 seconds.
B-Tom, this is T-Bone. Your next challenge: retire from this race.
There's BXT finding the right down the inside into turn 1. Soa looking to make the move well as Robin going to lose 2 positions in as many corners.
Beat Mango on track. Beat Mango on track, B-Tom. Retire the car.
Well, they're going to look up the hill here on lap number 25. Of course, blasting down into the hairpin now, and it's BXT up into 3rd on track. Again, definitely benefiting from the likes of Gallius or Rory Pro or Rimray. Kind of all crawling out of this race, as definitely less drivers to deal with. But I think definitely puts you in a great spot, and that gap we'll have to see how much it starts to come down. Is now BXT on the same tire and is already from Soa. So BXT showing a lot of pace and could put the Salvers under a lot of threat now. As it'll be 8 to go next time we cross the line.
Cam, what are your thoughts, buddy?
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a management game from the two Saubers up front. I think Konami's playing the right game by just giving Ritudo that DRS just to keep that gap between him and BXT nice and steady, really.
Something to
Sauer
consider.
looks like.
First of all, Elbow retiring. He's in the pitch. Something to consider. Robin is teammates with Mango. Will Robin maybe try to make things difficult on B-Tom in honor of his teammate there and limit the damage?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to try to keep with him as much as possible. Maybe try to give Williams the best shot at the constructors. PvP out at turn number 4, which was a main environment.
So just something to keep an eye on if Robin wants to do that for Mango. But again, Robin, of course, got a penalty off last week that moved Mango down in the standings. So I don't know what's on Robin's mind here.
He does look like he's struggling for pace at the moment. He's just dropping like a stone.
Well, you picked him,
with
Cam.
that penalty.
He was your pick.
Yeah, and,
Don't shoot the messenger. I was just praying for the man.
Well, my pick's out of the race, but it wasn't his fault.
At least going off his setup as well, I think it's a little, seems to be a little of a straight line speed a little bit. I know his front wing, I think, is a little bit lower. I'm just going off what his setup is. B-Tom finds a way past Soa. So we'll see how much the battle between B-Tom and BXT could influence the winner of this race.
Now, I kind of want to take back what I said. I like where B-Tom's at in terms of tires now. Right? Like, he's going to experience that crossover period win in a lap or two, maybe 2 or 3.
I'd maybe say next lap.
I think
next lap.
It'll definitely be close because we saw how well those soft lasted on those first stints. That was definitely, it definitely was close, especially coming towards the end at lap 13 mark. Even it seemed that the softs still had a decent amount of pace. As Daniel and Shenzo, it's going to be Daniel finding the move. He'll slide up into P9. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be interesting. But again, I think all eyes are on top 4.
Vacant, man, you're a great commentator, bro. You're a great commentator, man. Got to show this guy some love. Fantastic job, bro.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Did a lot. I think definitely,
You do a good job, bro. Because the thing about me is I like it and stuff, but the issue is I don't really know anything about racing. So, like, I need, yeah.
Yeah, that's I just say whatever comes to mind at some points. I think I've done
Me
this
too,
for,
that's a problem.
And I've done this for enough seasons now where it's like, I've done this for enough seasons now, at least here in LSR, and like the occasional one-off in another league where it's like, all right, if I can say something and I say it with conviction, it'll sound right enough. Sometimes, that's part of it.
I think you're great. You have racing knowledge, a professional sound, and you're good at the play-by-play stuff. So
yeah.
Kudos to you, man. Back to the race, anyways. Enough glazing.
Listen to a lot of radio as a kid, and Pittsburgh Sports Radio had some great commentators as well. So plenty to kind of keep in mind there. But that gap has kind of really stopped coming down between BXT and Rayatudo. As again, the Saubers doing a nice job of sticking together here. Ame, I think, definitely in a good spot as both Saubers really have not had to attack at all. Their ERA almost is, completely full, or almost completely full on both machines as of right now. It'll be 5 to go this time round. And again, that gap coming down to about 2 seconds. So we'll see if how much BTOM and BXT decide to work together here. DRS for the Ferrari. He'll poke to the inside. Look to find the move into turn 1. He'll be fully and be across by that 150-meter braking and through into turn 1. So let's see how well those mediums continue to improve throughout the rest of the stint. As including this lap, it is 5 more times left to go, and you can already see BTOM closing that gap much more rapidly than BXT. So the mediums on BTOM's car may be starting to come alive But Beatom, of course, going to be on full attack for the next 5 laps.
Man, Ritudo and BXT up 9 and 16 spots respectively, man. Those are my 2 drivers of the day. Great stuff.
Yeah, I think hard to argue against that. And again, I think for, Ritudo, you just got to race, you got to take the race as it unfolds for you. And that's, really exactly what's happened here. Of course, there was that big incident between Gallius and Ferrari Pro that did bring out that safety car. As just Jose going to drop down to P11, I think.
Yeah, look, Ritudo benefited heavily from the timing of the safety car in some different circumstances, but that's racing, you know? But you put yourself in that position to capitalize, and he did here, so shout out to Ritudo.
Yeah, but Robin picking up a 3-second time penalty there. Meanwhile, Beatom has closed that gap very quickly there. It did open up to about a 1.5 seconds to that DRS zone, but you can see just how quickly Beatom closed up that gap. Look at how much that gap follows under braking, down to just over a second. I think Beatom still not quite able to find the gap there. Again, keep in mind that Ritudo and Konami have plenty of battery at their disposal. So despite the fact that Beatom is closing here, certainly not going to be easy 4 laps to go. And of course, going to be looking to work together as much as possible. And I think Konami going to be doing his best to conduct a bit of a DRS train. Chenzo and Jamie going at it. It's going to be Jamie looking down the inside of turn 8. Going to be a little bit of contact. But the Alpine going to try to sweep around the outside at turn 9. Done as they get up over the hill. And into 10, I think the Red Bull going to tuck in behind, and he will there from Chenzo.
And just to note quickly, Beatom also has to be aware of BXT still there behind him.
Yeah, who of course is kind of a wild card as of right now.
No, but man, those medium tires were the call. Look at him go now.
Yeah, and I don't think the softs were the wrong call either. I think it just depends on kind of what set of tires you have available. Because we saw how much Konami and Ritudo, especially in comparison to the drivers directly behind him at that restart, were able to just kind of get a gap and start to pull away. Jordan looking to make the move on Daniel to turn 1. He'll be able to get that done. And the McLaren we're going to find it fire up the inside at turn 3. Going to be a little bit of contact there, and Jordan doing a nice job to take that position back. Of course, Robin going to look to get that move done.
So if Beatom can get a victory here, though, that would put him 22 ahead of Mango going into Baku next week, a track Beatom very, very much dislikes. So something to note there. And Mango's number 2 in the world there.
Baku is going to be full qualifying on that.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, Baku is going to be one of our full qualifiers. As it'll be round 6 and round 11, since we're cutting the current season 1 round short to coincide with
it's going to be a long race. I feel bad for whoever's doing commentary.
25.
Yeah, I wonder who.
But of course, it's going to be 2 to go here. And I think Konami is really trying to drop the hammer here as Beatom all over the back of his teammate. And they're going to be battling down here into turn 1. Of course, both cars going to have DRS and going to go very defensive here, all the way to the pit wall, basically. As Beatom going to look around the outside into turn 1. Can he done? He's Konami able to block him off, but going to run wide there on the exit of turn 1. Beatom
right through Ibrahim.
Get that move done. Of course, go through.
Thanks for pulling over, Ibrahim.
Dude, but Beatom now
this still
right
going.
On the back of Konami.
Look at him. He keeps on licking, but he keeps on ticking. What a warrior.
It'll be next time round, so definitely going to be interesting to keep an eye on.
Is it his neck sore? Anyways.
As it'll be really interesting to kind of see who comes out on top here. And is there going to be a strategy come into play? You do have a little of DRS run down into... I guess taking a look at ERS as well.
Here, add Grimmer to the comms box if you can. I have some questions. I know he's busy.
All 3 drivers, of course, with a lot of ERS. Konami, though, he's almost at full battery. Beatom certainly in a good spot as well. He's up at 90%.
Life he gets out of those things.
1 to go this time round, and Konami going to have to get a lot of work done. Probably deploying ARS here all the way down the pit straight. But of course, he's going to have to defend at least twice. As you can see, the rear wing on the back of that Ferrari.
White flag. One more time to go.
Closing. Not going to go defensive here. Beatom going to try to sneak it up the inside, maybe at turn 2. Not going to be able to find it. Again, looking down the inside. He's going to be braver on the brakes at turn 3. Going to be contact between him and the Sauber, but that, of course, is going to compromise Kaname's line up the hill here at turn 4, blasting down into turn 5 now. Gap at 2/10. Kaname once again going to go defensive, going to hold that inside line, gets it done. Beatom, though, trying to sweep around the outside. Kaname going to give him the squeeze and hold him behind. And, of course, so Kaname holding on, bit of a wiggle there. It looked to be from Beatom, as both drivers now running very low on ERS. So keep an eye on Riatudo as we come to the line here. Going to be about 1 second left to go now.
Beatom, 3-second penalty.
Time penalty.
That's a race
The
killer.
Ritudo.
So that's a big loss for him. We'll have to see how much Beatom decides to fight it to the line. But that's going to be a big deficit
huge.
here.
That's huge.
And now Kaname just has one more corner left to go. Up over the hill they come, and to the line, just a short
Dude,
run
that's
up the
huge.
hill.
That puts.
And it will be the Sauber Kaname. It'll be a Sauber 1-2 as a great result for that bright green team. Riatudo second, BXT third.
How big that penalty was for Mango, because that puts Beatom in 4th with 12 points. That means Beatom only gained 9 this whole weekend instead of, 20 or whatever it would have been. Craziness there.
Yeah, that penalty definitely massive. I think 4th is 10 points, so that would be a 7 point.
All right, just do a quick recap. I'm going to invite some guys in for interviews. Vacant, do you want to do the post-race interviews, bro?
Yeah, sure, I'll stick around for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, Kaname,
I feel like I've never heard you do it before.
Kaname picking up points. Of course, started second as well, so picking up an extra 2 points for that. An extra one for fast lap, so that'll be net 28 points. Riatudo 18, BXD 15. Beatom started 5th. Is still going to pick up 12.
What I did was I invited the top 4 in here, okay? And
Gotcha, yeah. So that'll put 9 clear of Riatudo. Both great races there.
Ritudo, man,
doing a nice
P2,
job
bro.
P5.
You know,
Chenzo as well doing a job there, finishing P6 after starting 16th in his LSR debut. And then, of course, you got Daniel, Jamie, Robin, Jordan, Jose, and Illyria. But, of course, got a couple of guys joining in.
Just before we quickly get to that, man, Cam, we got to give a shout out to our boy Ritudo here, man. P2 on this grid. Cam, I know you've raced Ritudo for a long time, bro. So
Yeah, he's my driver of the day for me personally.
Killed it, him and BXT, man. But from this point on, though, I'm going to step out and let Vacant handle these post-race interviews. Vacant, pleasure doing this with you, bro. You're a legend. Cam, you too, bro.
For sure.
And I'm going to let you guys, Cam as well, you guys can handle the interviews, okay?
Yeah, for sure. First, we'll go to kind of our race winner here of Kaname, who is kind of currently muted. But Kaname, kind of great 1-2 there for Sauber. Of course, I think definitely was, in a good point because that safety car with that big incident between Ferrari Pro and between Gallius. But yeah, I don't know if you can just kind of run us through specifically after that kind of safety car rolls through your head there, especially in that last lap. With kind of Beatom all over the back of you.
Yeah, I didn't think he would get through the field that quick, but he did. It's Beatom, so it makes sense. But yeah, the safety car is what won me the race. I could have pulled away way more than I did, but I really did want that 1-2. So I was slowing down a lot in most of the laps to give a crazy Ritudo some DRS, and it worked out in the end. Of course, Beatom got that penalty, and I don't know if he's gonna remove it or not, but it's still insane. Even if you get a 1-3, that was a crazy result for a kick. So
congrats, TTB.
Yeah, dude, I'm a bit happy because of that. I'm not gonna lie, but
definitely a big double result there. Obviously, as a team, hadn't scored more than 8 points in a weekend up to this point. And yeah, again, just kind of walk me through, especially kind of that last lap, because Beatom was definitely all over you throughout those first 2 sectors, and definitely got close in a couple of spots.
Going into the last lap, I knew he was gonna have a lot of ERS. Same with me, but of course he has the advantage with DRS. I know it's really hard overtaking here. Not the hardest, but if you have a tire advantage, it's pretty easy. But I somehow managed to to defend. Hopefully everything was clean. I think everything was clean enough. And mainly it was just keeping him behind. I mean, it was I need keeping B-Town behind you is it's a hard thing to do, and I tried my best, and it worked out. Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It just I used all my ERS at the final lap, and it worked out. Had a better exit, and and yeah, that's about it.
For, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Big congratulations there. Of course, moving into our first kind of full qualifying round next week with Baku. I don't know how much you are looking forward to that one.
Uh, yeah, no, I hate that track, but
that that's
yeah,
that's fair.
same with Portugal. I didn't expect a first place. Of course, the safety car really helped out. Um, but without the safety car, I think a podium would have been in play. Of course, Mango lagged out, and unfortunate to him because I know he was gonna win that race. He was very very quick. But unfortunately he lagged out, and he gave me the win, sadly. But yeah, about it though.
Yeah,
Baku's one of those tracks where it's not really it's not really that fun, I guess, for me at least. But we'll see. I'll
gotcha.
probably be here.
Yeah, of course. Congratulations to you and your
Thank you,
teammate
bro.
on
Yeah,
great
yeah,
result there.
that's
Of course,
a crazy one.
picking up 2 points for starting in second as well. So I believe that would net kind of 28 points just kind of for you on the weekend. And then,
Oh
of course,
wow.
picking up the 18 from your teammate. So that's what, 46 total, which, uh,
Yeah, it's a
and
good amount. That's a good
so
amount.
yeah, and up to this point in the season, only scored 23 as a team. So that
Yeah.
is double the points you already scored. But yeah, of course, congratulations to that. I think second, we'll kind of move the guy who came across the line second, of course, dropped down into fourth after picking up that 3 second time penalty on the final lap. Beats definitely, a race that I don't think, kind of went your way, uh, at least in terms of some of the on track stuff, especially kind of just getting a little bit unlucky with when exactly that safety car came out. But I think in comparison to Mango, um, who obviously had the connection problem. I think you can still be happy with a P4, kind of giving you the edge there.
I mean, it's certainly not as bad as it was for Mango. I mean, he was basically given no chance to recover from the bad luck he had. Obviously, I had a bit of bad luck with the safety car coming out, putting, I think, like a third of the field in front of me. So, gave me a lot of work to do. But, um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I think P2 is probably the best I realistically could have done. But I kind of screwed up at the end with that slight corner cut with the 3 seconds. So, that was honestly the most frustrating part. But, yeah, it's crazy because I mean we were catching Mango, so it's hard to say like what would have happened, even if he didn't disconnect. And then again, the safety car is like another what if
Quick
because it
question. Sorry
happens.
if I missed it, B Tom. Are you appealing that 3 second you got?
Nah.
No, okay, okay.
So yeah, literally the second after I pull out, out of DRS, I think it was what Gallius just swipes across Ferrari and put him in the wall. So yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's the lead in the championship, so I can't complain too much. But again, just getting that 3 seconds was stupid. So
Can I hit B
yeah,
Tom with a question? All right, B
Go
Tom,
for it.
you and Mango were tied heading into Portugal and Baku. Two tracks Mango holds 1 and 2, respectively, in time trials. I think your goal coming into this race, I don't want to quote you, but it was along the lines of limit the damage.
yeah,
It almost was like you conceded that he's going to win, and you were just trying to limit how many points he would gain on you.
hmm
Um, so I think, yeah, you don't. But at the end of the day, you never want it like that. You want to beat him on track, man. But what are your thoughts heading into next week, Baku, and just in general, what are your thoughts on that circuit as a league racing track?
it's terrible.
I
There's
It's
no other way to
horrible.
put it.
teed
All it
that one
does is
up
cause
for him.
safety cars, and it's not even fun to drive because it's just all 90-degree left and right handers.
Is it true that you
So
just say that because you're ass there?
I'm not bad there,
No,
but
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bro.
yeah, I mean it's not my strongest track, but
You're actually not bad there at
um,
all. It's just, yeah.
I mean, more often than not, if there's a safety car, it's going to screw me over. So Baku's notorious for that.
I just
So
like to get under his skin because I know how
what
much
more
he
can I
hates it,
say?
folks. He's not ass
Well,
anywhere, I promise you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Again, that's going to be another round of damage limitation, but obviously that one's going to be a lot trickier since there will probably be multiple safety cars. So quality will probably be important just because of that, but we'll see.
yeah, definitely going to be interesting to kind of manage there. Hopefully a little bit cleaner than the last two rounds have been. I think on that front, I think the majority of the grid, done a pretty good job. I think mix of just kind of the circuit nature as well as just stuff happening, and has made the past two races a little bit less great. But hopefully Baku is hopefully it's reverse psychology where we have a track where there's a lot of safety cars and we just stay green. But of course we'll have to wait and
That's
see
wishful
there.
thinking.
Good luck, B
Yeah,
Tom, the rest of the way, bro.
let me hope. But yeah, of course. Good luck the best of the way.
Let's
Now
get
a
him up,
9
boy,
point
BXT.
advantage
Yep.
over Mango. But yeah, of course, then going to the man who finished third here. BXT, of course, starting from the back of the grid, just doing a really nice job picking his way through and just kind of finding that right moment to get those overtakes done. I guess BXT you just want to walk us through specifically off of his start because you were already up into P6 when that safety car came out, and of course that safety car ultimately made the race that kind of much better for you as it allowed that free pit stop.
Hello.
Yep. You're,
It cut a bit for you when you were mid talking in the end, so I couldn't hear.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know if you're just going to want to walk us through kind of how that race went
Oh
for you
yeah.
because I think it's a great one when you got what was it,
I
17
never
positions
wanted,
total.
yeah, I never wanted to kill someone in a race so much. After all, because you see me P6 under safety car, but all the crashes I've been through from lap one to that safety car wanted me to just stop racing and just killing people. Seriously. First, I had Babish that I didn't realize he was racing, and when I see him, I tell Rick, dude, this guy is terrorist. This is terrorist material. And just on the first lap at the start, almost killed me and an Alpine. Then the whole next two laps, he was being over aggressive, hitting everyone until he spun himself and retired. That was shit as fuck. Then going through the race, trying to make moves, I reached Racer Ratudo, Robin, my teammates, the group, and trying to make moves. It's impossible because it's high wings, etc., etc. And I made contact. I think it was with Jose. I tried to get away, but it was awkward move because I feel like he moved under braking a bit because he went into the inside and I went to the outside, and mid braking he turns into the outside and I almost hit him, and I end up tangling with him on the exit. And then I have the Red Bull, Ibrahim or whatever his name is. Uh, I had contact with him for no reason at all. I don't know why he did it on the same lap in the last corner 2 times. That almost takes me out. And then on turn 5, I send it on him on the inside. I give him space on the outside. He tangles me and keeps turning on me instead of trying to let it go. It's like, if you keep turning on me, we are not going to get away. It was horrible. And then he lagged out. His car gets stuck on turn 3, and I hit Jordan, that I'm not sure he will report me because I couldn't see him with the ghost car. And on the safety car restart, I was on a 3 wide, but I felt like Robin or Soa, one of them was hitting me on the straight. Like, what are you guys doing? I can't even move. I was going through because I nailed the restart, and I had to back out, lost these 2 places I was trying to fight, and another one. Because I was on the inside. If I don't back up there, I make a horrible crash for the 3 of us. I don't know who was hitting me on the straight, but that was some bullshit. And that fucked my chances of going for the win, because once I break the DRS, I was pushing so hard lap after lap, quality laps, just to trying to get on the DRS. And Bithom get me in the end, and it was impossible to win.
Gotcha. And then, of course, come to the end of that race. Of course, you had that kind of front row seat to the kind of Salvers kind of both go at it with beats. I kind of imagine that you're kind of hoping for just kind of the Red Sea part there, potentially try to find a way through. But I think you can still be.
Right.
No, excuse me.
Mm.
Really happy with the podium there.
The
Yeah, I'm happy
producers.
with the podium with the P3, but I knew I could win this race with the
Quick
pace I
question,
have.
BXT. You're P3 in the standings. How much closer does this bring you to Mango?
Um,
I know you know.
I think I'm 22 points behind Mango,
Good stuff.
and I
Well,
don't
you know
know how
what?
many behind
34.
Bitham.
As a reserve who's been starting at the
30.
back every race, bro, and I
Okay.
chirp this guy all the time, telling him he
So
needs
you
to race
actually
in
no.
better leagues.
I'm not a reserve anymore, Tibon.
Good, bro. You're full time, or
Yeah,
or they kicked
yeah,
you.
he's uh no, it's
Aston
as of right now.
Martin.
He's gonna yeah, Gallius did
Thank you,
leave.
man.
So
Okay, yeah. Can I just
BXT is
address a
gonna
couple
be
things quickly?
in that Aston Martin seat.
One, I'm happy because I always give BXT grief, telling him he needs to race in more competitive fields, and when he does, he not only does, he does well. So he shuts me up. Second of all, T-Bone's got something to say here about Gallius. Um, during the race, we kind of just assumed it was an accident, kind of thing. Uh, I still don't know if it was intentional. I saw Gallius go into the pits and retire, which kind of led me to believe he felt bad, so he retired. That kind of thing. Felt guilty. But I just learned from Commissioner Stratting that Gallius left the server and blocked everybody, which might tell me that it was intentional. And he took out one of my good friends, Ferrari Pro. Gallius, you're a good buddy of mine, but very disappointed, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Yeah,
And we'll leave it to the admins.
definitely gonna be interesting how that gets sorted out. But yeah, of course the update there, and yeah, BXT of course looking ahead to what at least as of right now would be that first race as a full timer. It is of course Baku, which maybe starting at the back could be a
I
definite
think
benefit
I'm
depending on.
going to start every race except the full qualis because I don't want to stay 1 hour without doing anything on the back just for fun.
All right,
Because
Gotcha.
guys, we should wrap this
I'm
up.
so
So,
done on this game that
Yep.
I can't be
quick,
asked anymore to do quali.
shut up, BXT. Cam, any
Yep.
final thoughts here before we give it to Vacant to send us off?
Nothing really, just good race from BXT and Crazy on the podiums and Konami on the win.
Yo, Vacant, if
Yeah.
you, I think I have any POV except the Gallius with Ferrari Pro of everything that happened
Sorry, don't
because
talk. We don't need to
everything
talk about it
happened
on
with
air.
me.
It's just
So any
disappointing, man. That's all.
incident, I think I can give you
BXT,
my
It's
BXT.
POV.
okay, guys. It's okay. That can be
We'll
dealt with
Yeah.
somewhere else.
we'll
But
reach out to you if needed. But of course, hopefully for all of you have been watching, and maybe all of you who are still with, definitely hope you enjoyed that one. Again, definitely tune in tomorrow where you'll hear my voice again, but with G2. Of course, next week for Baku full qualifying for all groups. Definitely hope you enjoyed that one. Until next time, see you later.
and G3 tomorrow if you want to witness T-Bone making
G3
history
tomorrow as well.
driving. That's at
That's
4
a good
p.m. I
point.
believe. Vacant.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern for Group 2, 4 p.m. Eastern for Group 3.
Fantastic, man. And I
Because I
race in
talk in
that.
noon units. So
And commentaries from Gabachow and Owen. They do a great job too, man. And Vacant does a great job with the G2 commentary. Vacant, I just want to thank you again for it was a pleasure doing this with you, man, and just kind of watching you do your thing, man. And I'll leave it to you from here.
yeah, no problem. But yeah, again, hopefully you all enjoyed that. And yeah, of course, be going to be ending here. Hopefully